Hi guys, so I'm Rachel. Let's do that again. Jeez. Talking about surgery, don't fucking show it off. Right. Hey Rachel. Oh. Who's the one? Hello everybody. Welcome to my IGTV. This video was requested by loads of you when I put it up on my Instagram story, and it was just like a little Q&A on surgeries that I've had done in the Avoca clinic. Well, I only had one, and procedures basically that I've had. So I just wrote down all your questions. This is actually filmed before, but as you've all heard me say a million times, the editing is a bit of a delay, especially because I can't do it, so I have to wait on other people. So I just said, you know what, I'll just do this myself, upload it. All you need is information. It doesn't really matter what the video looks like. So let's get started. So I just went through a couple of the questions. I just wrote them all down. So one is, what procedures have I had done? Where do I begin? No, my joking, it's actually not that many. So I've had Botox, I had my lips done, and obviously I had my boobs done. I had my teeth done as well, but that's a whole different video. So we'll start off the lips. So the first question is it painful? So when you're getting it done, it is a little bit painful. Obviously, like there's a needle going into your lip, but it's only sore for like 2 seconds while they have it in. It's like a bee sting. So that's kind of where the pain comes from. Obviously, like your lips are so sensitive now, but it's not unbearable whatsoever. I don't even get numbing cream. So yeah, the pain I think is minimal. It's like a bee sting. How much do you have done? So I got my lips done the first time when I was 21, and I got a full mil. They were huge, and I was just like, oh my god, what have I done? And when I went to work, I was like, I wonder will anybody notice? Everybody noticed, and I was like, oh. So they went down. Then I got them done with the girl at the time, and like 6 months later or so, she got hers done again. I waited 2 years. I think I was about 23 when I got them done again. Then I only got $500,000 the second time because they were just like, your lips are still as big, which they were. And then I got them done again when I was like 26. It was like I was going to Ibiza with the girl, so that's like 2 years ago now. And oh, I just told you all my age. But actually, I'm joking. Everybody already knows. But yeah, so I got them done like 2 years ago. That was the last time I got them done. I got $500,000 again. It was like a top up, if you will. So I obviously go to the Avoca clinic. I really trust them. It's not as if they're just gonna lob a load of product into your lips. They don't. If you don't need it done, like they won't do it. And also, I think when it comes to your lips as well, this is just from like general conversations I was having in like my DMs, but girls are like, oh, how often do you have to get it done? There's no specific time. Like it totally depends on your lips. Like if I had to listen to everybody that's like, you have to get them done every few months, and like my lips would be huge now, and I literally spaced them out between 2 years. Now when it came to the Botox, you're not supposed to do that, but I got to that now. But only get them done when you feel that you need to. It doesn't matter if somebody's saying to you like, come in for your top up in like, you know, sometimes they say 2 weeks. Then I've heard people that are going in 2 weeks for a top up and they're getting like a mil put into their lips. Like that's not a top up, that's just fully getting your lips done again. And like I think little and not often, but like just little bits at a time is always better than like putting a load in, because you can't take it back and it can become quite addictive. Like I've seen people get addicted to. But just remember, if you've gotten them done and it's only been a couple of months, there's absolutely no way that they could have gone down that much. You're probably just getting used to them. It's like when you put fake tan on and then like after like 2 days you're like, oh my god, I'm so white, when you're not white. You're never white, you just think you're white. That could just be me, but that's just my analogy that I'm using. Next, Botox. I love Botox. I think it's the best thing I ever did. I went in and got Botox the first time when I was 21, and people were like, you're too young, you're too young. I had this wrinkle on my forehead. Absolutely hated it. All the Wallace women have it. And even when I rang, they were like, oh, how old are you? And I told them, they were like, I don't know if you need Botox, but come in for the consultation. This before the Avoca clinic sponsored me nothing. I was just going over. And then when I went over, then the doctor was like, oh my god, he's like, you do have a wrinkle there. And I was like, my whole family have it. Ooh, my questions. Sorry guys. So yeah, so he gave me the Botox. Best thing I ever did, because now you can't make the face then to like give you the wrinkles. So I think of it like pre-tox. The only thing is when you get the Snapchat and Instagram filters and it says lift your eyebrows, you can't. So you kind of miss out on some of that fun. But apart from that, golden. How much and how often do you need? I think Botox starts at like €250, but double check that because it kind of varies. Sometimes, you know, it depends on the price, depends on how many areas you're getting done. And also I'm sponsored, so I would either get a discount or else I would obviously get it for free. So just double check that because I don't want to give out any like wrong information, but it starts at €250. Does it hurt? No, Botox does not hurt at all. If you're getting it done somewhere and you find that it is hurting you, then it probably shouldn't, or maybe I just have a high pain threshold. But for me, hi. Put you back up there. So yeah, for me personally, it does not hurt. Again, it's just when the needle is going in. Of course, it's going to hurt you for like a second because it's like a little needle. But it's just the exact same. The lips are more painful than Botox. 100% they're more painful. Like my eyes would water when I'm getting them done. But Botox does not hurt at all. And then obviously you're lying there and you're like, I'm just going to be so fab after this. So the pain just kind of goes away. Lastly, how often? Botox, they say recommend you get it done every 6 months. So I normally just wait until my Botox wears off. I have this thing in my head. This is not medical advice. It's not anything, but this is just me. So I wait till my Botox wears off, right? So it's normally like 8-9 months, right? When I first got it done, it was like a year and a half. But I always find my hands are orange in every video I do. It's because I get sent so much tan. I just can't stop using it. That's beside the point. What was I saying? Yes. So I wait till it wears off, and then when it wears off, like my eyebrows not are moving, but I feel like I'm like exercising my face so that, like, you know, I don't get any of those like droopy eyebrow situation or anything. That doesn't even need to happen. That's just personally what I do. It's your own personal preference. But I'm like maybe I need to like let my forehead wake up for a while and then get it done again. You're not supposed to actually do that. You're supposed to keep it topped up so that you don't like make the face to get the wrinkle. I don't know what's happening there. But again, that's just me. Now, this is the most asked questions. Obviously, it was obviously my breast augmentation that I had done. It's like 5 years ago now. But there's actually loads of videos on YouTube, on Sunday World's YouTube that I did like back when I got them done. A little baby face on me in them. But yeah, there is stuff there. And then you can Google Rachel Wallace boob job and loads of like little articles come up. But there's probably no need because I'm going to tell you about it all here. So first of all, everybody asks is what size did I get? So I got 360cc. Now, there's absolutely no way that you could be like, oh, I want them size by seeing them on anybody else. You have to 100%. First of all, go with what the doctor says. Because I wanted 320 and he was like, that's not going to be enough to like, you know, like give you like, you know, a full breast that like stays like up basically. So if I haven't gotten a smaller one, it would have just been like, it wouldn't have filled like the skin that I had basically. Because the reason I'd even gotten a boob job, sorry, just a little bit of backtrack. I had gained a lot of weight and then I lost it, but I lost like nearly, it was like between college and when I started modelling, and it was in a really, really short space of time. I think it was like due to like stress and all as well, but I lost like nearly 4 stone. So even though I was so young, like my boobs just didn't look the same. They just didn't. I absolutely hate them, dreaded holidays. They affected my relationship and everything, to be honest, because I actually hate them that much. So that's why he recommended the 360cc for me. But I remember one of my friends at the time, she had 320, and I remember going into the avoca blend like, I definitely don't want them as big as that, right? And hers were 320, and like, and our boobs like look totally different. Like she's much smaller frame than me, but like it just like it showed me like, and I think I needed that to happen because I was like, oh my god, like the difference. And it really is. Different body types take different size boobs, and that's just it. So take the doctor's advice 100%. There's a breast suite in the Avoca. You can go in, there's like this bra that has the boobs in it. You can try it on, you can see what it looks like. I brought in like a few like different tops and stuff to see like what they would look like. So like, you know, before I made my decision, because you want to make an informed decision, because once you do it, it's done. I took about a year deciding, well, I wanted them for ages, but from the first phone call to when I actually got them done, I think it was like a year. So you really just want all the information. You want to like, you know, like your doctor, you want to like the clinic you're in. Obviously I love the Avoca clinic, I love being there. The girls are always so lovely to me, and like we've like built up a relationship. So that was just a comfortable, nice place that I wanted to go. If you don't like where you're going, I just say just don't do it. Like you can get it, you can book it again somewhere else. Just make sure you're 100% comfortable where you go. So that's the size, 360. Pain wise for me, it wasn't that bad. So the week after, that was bad now. I used to wake up and I felt like my back was broken. Like I actually did. And I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then after the first week, it kind of got a little bit better. It was the back pain that went away after the first week. I don't know if it was like, I don't know what it was. Like all my pain wasn't in the front, it was in my back. And like when I was sitting up, it just felt like such a strain. So, but that pain was the worst. That was like for like a week. And that's when I had my painkillers and my antibiotics and all. Then the second week it wasn't as bad, but after the second week, you're not supposed to drive for like 6 weeks, but after the second week I had a hair extension appointment booked in, me being me, and I tried to drive over. I had to ring my boyfriend at the time to come over. He had to drive from the north side all the way to Donnybrook, had to abandon my car, and he had to drive me home. So don't drive after 2 weeks. So the pain for me wasn't that bad, but this kind of links into the next question. Did I go in front of the muscle or behind the muscle? My pain wasn't as bad because I went on front of the muscle. So when you go behind the muscle, obviously they have to move the muscles, they're moving tissue. Your real breasts basically is going to be at the front with the implant behind it. And that recovery is so much worse than my one. Not so much worse, geez, I'm not trying to scare anybody off. But I'm saying the pain is obviously going to be worse. It's like kind of a bigger operation. I don't know if that's the right term, but you get what I mean. So some of my aunts and friends have had that done, and they were like in pretty bad pain, but like obviously like it was worth it, and they were so happy. But that's like a big factor into why mine wasn't as painful. So in front or behind, did I go teardrop or round? So I went round. I actually wanted them to look kind of fake. Now this is just the time in my life that I was at. I was so dying for the boobs. Like I wanted them huge at first, thank God. Well, they actually are kind of big, but they've gotten bigger now because I put on weight since I got them, but that's a whole different video. But I got round. I kind of wanted them to look fake. Now, so when I first got them done, and because I was so thin, they looked super fake. And then when I had them then, I was like, oh my God, do I like these? Do I not like these? But then obviously I ended up loving them. I was delighted. I think it took until I went to my first holiday to really appreciate like the difference. Sorry, my dog is eating something. One sec, I'm back. So yeah, I think I kind of realized the difference in, you know, like in like my body and my shape when I went on my first holiday then with the girls, and I was in a bikini, and I was just like, oh my God, the difference, because I used to dread it so much, and trying to find a bikini that had like enough padding and all that type of thing. Like it was hard because that was the only thing I was thinking about. I didn't care about anything else. All I could think about was bikini tops. Whereas now I can kind of wear anyone, and you know, it looks full and it looks good. So I was actually really, I was delighted now in that aspect. As I got a bit older then, I was like, after like about 3 years, I was like, should I have gone for the teardrop? Because so many of my friends have it, but this is also the ones that went behind the muscle. Theirs just looked so much more real, which I didn't want at the start, but now I look back and I'm like, could I have gotten them? Now, I like mine now that I have, like I give out all the time, I'm like, oh my God, I've put on weight, but like who cares, everybody puts on weight. But actually since I put on the weight, my boobs actually look more natural, so I love them now, because I went through a stage where I was like, do I still want these? Now I'm like, I could not go without them. So that is that. Exercise, I was too terrified to exercise for, oh God, I don't even know how long. I'd say it was like a good few months, like 4 or 5. I was afraid they were going to fall out, which I know is so stupid, but I was literally convinced if I'm running on a treadmill, they are going to just fall out. I was so scared of like anything happening to them, so I was super cautious. Another thing with being cautious is you get a bra. I know some people like stop wearing it after 2 weeks. I didn't. You're supposed to wear it for 6. I wore it for 8 weeks. It's like the special bra, holds the boobs in place, and it kind of helps them like mold to your body. And if you don't wear them, if you don't wear it, like your skin is going to stretch. Like it's designed to be there to like hold them up in the position where they're supposed to be. So that's like, you know, how they like stay like while you recover and your scars recover and all that type of thing. So just do everything by the book. I mean, I know you're probably dying to like, you know, show them off and do all that. Like, of course, everybody is. But just follow the instructions. Defo keep wearing the bra. What else? Happy. Would I go bigger? I used to say I would go bigger. But again, now that my body shape and stuff has changed, they have naturally gotten bigger. And I think they're just the perfect size for my body. Actually, for a while, they were a little bit too big for my body. But now I love them, so I'm delighted. So I think as well, don't go in going, I want to go big, 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 because I know like you're obviously want to get away from the whole like push-up bra thing and everything, but like when you have them done, if you get the right size to your body, like all you have to do is tie your bikini a little bit tighter or put your bra a little bit tighter and your boobs just look so much bigger because you've so much fullness to like work with. So I wouldn't go throwing in anything huge. It depends on the look you're going for, I suppose. Everybody is different. I personally would not go any bigger. I'm happy out with the size that I am. Let me see, exercise, clothing, really clothes different. Clothes were completely different because I was like quite petite and a bit thin. I used to wear like little thin. Because I was quite thin, I used to wear all these kind of little like hippie tops and stuff, and they all kind of went out the window because then it was like boob. So my boob here, like you could even see there, like my waist is in there, and then, well actually that wasn't a very good example, but whatever. But basically all the little cute tops that I wore before all just kind of looked like pregnancy tops then because they were hanging out over my boobs. And that's another thing, like you have to be aware of like, you know, the full changes that's going to be. Now I was delighted changing my sorry, battery's gone. I was delighted going out, getting a new wardrobe, doing all that. I loved it, but you just need to be prepared that it is going to be all these little changes. It's not just like I'm going to have big boobs and the rest of me is going to be the same. Of course it will, but you're going to be dressing different, get new underwear, to get different bikinis. Now for me personally, that is unreal. But I know girls that have gotten their boobs done, they're like, I just look fat now. And it's like, no you don't, you just need to dress properly for it. I think that's pretty much it. I know this was a bit messy, but I just really wanted to get it up because I keep getting questions about it. I filmed this actually with like a proper film guy and everything, and then it's just waiting for editing and stuff, and then I was like, you know what, this video is just supposed to be like personal, and I think it's just one that you all are just looking for answers for. So I was like, it doesn't need to be fancy, I'll just do it in my little makeup room and upload it. If you have any more questions, obviously just keep throwing me a few DMs and I'll be happy to answer them. I know this is a bit all over the place, but by the way, when I threw my dog out there, he was eating a really old book that I have like 10 years. Not that any of you care, but I hope you liked the video. Any more questions or any kind of videos that you would like me to do, please just send me a DM and I will 100% do them. I have some tutorials. Obviously I filmed other tutorials. I know I've been going on about it and none of you have seen them, but again, it's the editing thing. And now I think I might just start whacking up the little ones that I have just so you can all kind of see it, because I know people are getting sick of waiting. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I am going out the door now. I'm going to Kajal, so I'm going to edit this really quickly. I got a little app on my phone that I can use, so hopefully then when I'm finishing dinner I can see and read your comments, and I hope you all like it. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you to the Avoca for I was gonna say for making me who I am, but obviously I was already who I am, but for helping me to mold myself into somebody very confident. So yeah, thank you guys, have a good evening.